Now that we're done with our first round of coffee, we're gonna go for our second walk, walking Lexi. And while at it, picking up some firewood, any like dead or dried branches that have fallen to the ground. Also, there was a site right here behind us that the people left, and they left some wood behind too, so we went ahead and scooped that up. We just carried it over back to our campsite, and she's working her way back to me. Looks like she spotted some mushrooms to take pictures of. So yeah, just walking around right now, taking pictures, gathering wood, and just hanging out, enjoying the day. It's super gray, a lot of overcast. It's been sprinkling on and off, but not enough that any rain is getting inside the truck or, you know, just ruining our time sitting outside. The awning is perfect, keeping us nice and dry. So I will keep walking with Lexi, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. We need to sit down and talk about the changes that we made to the truck bed camper. While going for a walk, we spotted another little barn, so decided to walk by it and check it out. We've got the RV that was behind us leaving right now. Let's take a peek at all we got. So we've got these fallen palmettos, which is great for the like kindling. This is the leftover firewood that we have that we purchased. That is the firewood that one of the other campers left behind that we picked up. And this is leftover from last night. And this I went ahead and gathered this morning. So we are set. So if you guys have been following us since the beginning of this series, the truck bed camper build out and the 30-ish day trip that we took, you'll remember the cabinet on the passenger side. We had the little stand to put the water jug on, and we had the sink. And at the beginning of the last vlog, I stood in front of the truck bed camper. I'm like, do you guys see anything different? So you may have guessed it. If you notice that that sink and that stand are gone, we decided to change that out.
So in theory, it was great. In theory, the truck camper had, you know, a toilet, a kitchen. And of course, if you have a toilet and you have a kitchen, you need a sink, you need running water.
Yeah, and a gray tank.
Right, and a gray tank. But in practice, there was very little space between the above the counter sink and the top of the topper or the cap truck, the truck cap, to stick your head in and really like brush your teeth or do anything.
Right.
So it kind of became a storage thing.
A catch-all.
Yeah. And then the water, we never really used it over there. We end up using the water. We tilted to use it
to refill our water bottles.
Or we use it out here on the tailgate. Yeah. Or if there's a picnic table, we use it over there. So we end up not really using it in there either.
At all. Throughout the entire 30-ish day trip, we did not turn on the water over the sink, and we did not use the sink at all. So that gray tank was completely empty.
Yeah.
So we decided that it would just be more practical and convenient to get rid of that, put in a new plank of wood, stain it again, and then just have an open counter space.
And this time, even though I was still leaning towards having that countertop white, she actually stained it the rest of the color, the brown wood color.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted it to be cohesive across the board. And I have to tell you, now actually using it has been amazing, because we were able to put both of the little baskets, one on each side. So having them both stacked together isn't blocking air coming in from the windows.
Right.
So it's absolutely perfect, fits in the exact little corner between the tailgate like opener and the window when I decide, and then have that counter space to put our computers on, or our wine and our cups, and just have more space.
Yeah, it does feel more spacious from the when you're inside.
Yeah.
And even when you're looking in from the outside looking in, it looks less cluttered.
It looks clean.
Without having that there. Granted, it was really cute.
It was.
The bamboo sink, salad bowl, was beautiful.
So many of you have complimented it and loved it.
And we're sorry if you miss it. But it was like a home and garden thing.
Yeah.
It looked beautiful, but it wasn't functional.
It wasn't at all. Well, that is change number 1. What is change number 2?
There's a 2 change?
Yes. So I'll open it up and then she can take it over. So we showed you guys also at the beginning that we had a little suitcase solar panel, and it's great.
Oh, yeah.
But we decided to change that up, and I'll let Lou talk about what we did and why.
Right. So the solar suitcase is amazing because you can follow the sun with it. In that perspective, we will still be using it, and it's incredible. And the perspective of driving and plugging in the Jackery into the 12 volt while we're driving and charging it that way, that works, but it's a slow charge. It's like a trickle charge. Mm-hmm. So I decided that we would try and order a rigid solar panel. So I ordered the 100 watt Renogy solar panel, the slim line or something like that it's called. And we have racks on the roof of the cab of the truck. Mm-hmm. On one side I have my toolbox, and on the other side I had traction boards. So what I did is I moved the traction boards and I put them on top of the toolbox, and that created all the space that I needed to attach a solar panel, a rigid solar panel, on the top of the cab, and then run it inside to charge the Jackery. So now the Jackery is charging all the time while we're driving, as well as when we're sitting still, assuming that there's good sun and that there isn't trees everywhere covering us up. But it's still, if we were not getting enough sun, I could still deploy the suitcase solar panel, and sort of follow the sun around once we parked, knowing that while we were driving, while we were charging, and if we had too much tree coverage, again, we could move the other solar panel anywhere we wanted. So yeah, that was the other thing that we decided would be a good idea. Yeah. And make it easier.
Yeah, we've noticed when we were on the trip that we spent a lot of days city sightseeing. So city sightseeing, we were spending the entire day out and about, just short little drives. Mm-hmm. And that was a lot of lost time of the battery not getting charged because it's obviously not being plugged into the little cigarette lighter because we're parked. Mm-hmm. And if we're out in the city, we're not going to deploy the suitcase solar while we're exploring. Right. And then we'd get back to the Boondockers Welcome or to the Harvest House, and it was already nightfall. Right. So there was no sun coverage there, and then leave the next morning. We did great. Yeah. Never did we deplete the battery. Right. Ever.
Never did we deplete the Jackery.
Right. Right. So those are the 2 changes we made to the truck bed camper. I hope you enjoyed seeing the little clips of the new changes. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about them. If you like this design more so than the other. And let's go ahead and continue our day here in DuPuis.
We should really ask somebody
how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure it's French.
I am sure. Mm-hmm. What is it? DuPuis?
I think so.
All right. We'll catch you guys in a little bit as we continue enjoying our day. For now, we're just sitting here enjoying our second cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. And playing with our phones, which actually my phone is over there. You guys are looking at me through it. So I need to grab that. See you in a little bit. So we took the e-bikes, our little Jetson e-bikes, out for a little spin throughout the park. Put Lexi in her new harness. It's brand spanking new because the one that's more like a book bag style, she's always trying to climb out of it and get out. So we bought a new one that she puts her legs through it and her tail through it, and it holds her in place and she can't wiggle to get out. She seems to have enjoyed it until I hit a pothole. And then she didn't like it so much, but it was a lot of fun. I told Lou to leave him out so that maybe we can go for a little spin again later, just she and I. Along the route, we ran into a snake. I didn't see it, but she saw it. She said it was about 5 feet long. And I recorded, but I actually had my phone on portrait, not landscape. So I will include a little clip of that here so that you can see it. I'm sure it was super shaky because it's very gravelly. No? Oh my god, no, I didn't see it. Gravelly, but it was a lot of fun, and I was going super slow because I was afraid, especially with Lexi on me. I didn't want to hurt her with the bouncing. Kadima. Okay,
let's hope that Angie doesn't hit a home run.
Hit a home run. Hit it too hard. All right, so I guess we're gonna play some Kadima.
Good job.
Well, Kadima was a lot of fun. I feel like it took off a lot of energy, so that means it's time for first meal since all we've had is coffee. So time to cook. Let me show you guys what's out here. All right, so Lou is seasoning our little salmon fillets. That'll be served with an avocado. It'll be served with a little coleslaw. It'll be cooked in some butter. And it looks like the seasonings she picked is garlic powder, black pepper, and pink salt. That's it. Got the stove out. Got the kettle out. I don't think we're going to have any more coffee until we have decaf later. And now it's time to chill and chit chat while she cooks.
No. Alright, that was yours. Last toasty than mine. Let me go get the beer. Cheers. Some more camping meals.
Yes. Many more to come.
Let's see if this is any good.
Very flaky.
I'm gonna get the spring. As toasty as I want. I hope yours is toastier. More salt? You sure? Or do I feel that I need more salt?
So first meal was amazing. We put the e-bikes back away inside the truck, and Lou wants us to go inside the truck bed and chill, watching some RV vlogs. But before doing so, she's getting the pit ready so that later when the sun goes down, we can come out here and just light her up and enjoy this fire. So I'll let her finish her work, see how I can help, because I'm sure she has a specific plan in mind. I see her putting all the tinder down there. And we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right. She is done with her little assembly, and there's still plenty more left over for us to work on or work with throughout the night.
What are you guys doing?
Summer is gonna do the cold day.
All right, Lou has got the fire blazing. Sit here and relax and enjoy the fire. In a little bit, we'll serve ourselves some wine and Havarti cheese. But for now, it's just chill and enjoy the evening. So for our last night here, we've got some Havarti cheese, some of the sea salt crisp, strawberries and Lily's chocolate, and the port wine. Lou is still working on the fire.
not being very successful.
You're being super successful. It looks good.
Logs are not really catching fire.